Hi, welcome to class. We're the only two right now, but the other ones will show up eventually, right? I hate my life. I hate my life.
And Professor Sunreis Productions!
Hello class, Professor Sunreis here. In today's class we're taking a look at Dragon Link combos post Disparta release. I'm not quite sure what the name of the set is. I'm gonna put it quickly here and the release date. I think it's like something in May. So we're quickly gonna take a look at like the most basic combo the deck has to offer at this point. At least this is what I theory crafted. Maybe there's still something in the set to be released which could change things up. There is the Chaos package, like the pure Chaos package you could play to just go into light and dark synchros with Bystial. So this could also be something very interesting, and you could definitely play Disparta in this. So this might be also something to take a look at. And then afterwards we'll take a look at my thoughts about the combo and Disparta combos in the future. Just how fragile they are, how effective they are, what the endpoint is, stuff like that. So without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave some feedback down the comment section below, and let's get right into the video. So this is the most basic bread and butter 2-card combo you will probably have with the deck. We have one Saviour and one Rebellion. These are like probably the best cards in the deck. So we start out with the Rebellion to search a Magnamid, and then we use the Saviour effect Send itself to search the Collapse Serpent. Now we could have the option to use the Magnamid. In old combos you would actually use the Magnamid just here to get very early Brandage Regained on the board, which really helps. But if you do it like here, where we banish the Saviour, summon Magnamid, and then we summon the Rebellion, and then we should have used Wyver Burster to search the as a search target for Saviour. The problem is then we are lacking a level 6 body, and we cannot go into Disparta combos. Which is a plus because this part is really good, but a very early Branded Regained is very important, and actually we have no option to get a Branded Regained here on the board in this combo, which is very sad. I'm gonna show you later why. So we summon here the Collapse Serpent. We go into Striker Dragon, Striker 1, Collapse Serpent 2. We search a Wyver Burster, and we search a Boot Sector Launch. And now we summon the Wyver Burster, banishing that. And then we go into the, where is it? Into the Romulus. It's just a little brain lagging there. Searching the Ravine. Now we activate the Ravine, pitch one of the 3 random cards we have to send an Absa Router. Absa Router effect, search Rocket. Now we check for enemy Bystial. They probably won't be relevant at this point in the meta, like in the future, because they're just probably not going to be as relevant as they are right now, because the Elements is hopefully not nearly as popular as it is right now. Magnamid banish, doesn't really matter what we banish here. Let's banish a Striker Dragon. Effect on the field to search in the end phase. Now we activate the Boot Sector Launch, and we use its effect to summon a Tracer out of the deck. We use the Tracer effect and go into a Recharger, and now we synchro these two off into Synchro 10, Disparta. Effect Disparta, summon back Saviour, so we have some follow-up. Now we turn Saviour into Pisty. Not effect Pisty, one step ahead, we need to go into a Quad Barrel Dragon, effect Pisty, resummon Striker. Arguably you could go into Magnamid, and now this is in the past combos, this would be the time where you go Magnamid and then go for Rebellion, at least get the regain for the end phase. But the problem is the next step is going into the Lingerous Dragon, and the Lingerous Dragon actually needs 2 Dark Dragons, so you cannot get the regain on the board here, which is very sad. So we're kind of screwed here. We can summon the Magnamid, we can also summon the Striker Dragon. I would probably leave the Striker Dragon in banish, because we can next turn use the Disparter to recycle the Striker Dragon. So we'll just summon whatever here, and then link those off into a Delindrus. Effect Quad Barrel to pop the Delindrus, discarding 1, summoning back our 2 Rockets. You could, if you have a good discard, if you have like very good cards here and you don't need the Rebellion, you could use the Saviour here to get the Rebellion back. So this could have also been the discard. Let's do it like this because it showcases the cards in hand we have. And now we trigger the Delingers because our Rockets were special summon. We can summon that. And now we link those off into the Burrowland, use Burrowland effect targeting the Recharger to summon back the Tracer, and from here onward we make Savage, effect Savage to equip. This is banished, by the way. The best Savage equip here is actually the Romulus, just because it has 1.2k attack. So we summon this, probably also in defense, just to play around a Lightning Storm. And this is the end board. In the end phase, we would be searching a Beldrake here. But apart from that, that's it. So we do have an Imperm the opponent cannot chain to with a Borrowland. We have a Spell Trap Negate, and we have probably just the pop of the Disparter when they activate a monster effect. Getting it to where it is a negate is kind of convoluted. You have to use the Beldrake very early for that. Plus we have a Beldrake, which is either an Insane DD Crow against the elements, or you can summon this whenever they are about to commit into an Xyz, a fusion summon, whatever, and then you can use the body you summon of the Recharger, of the Borrowland, which would probably be the Recharger, to tribute that off to banish their Xyz summon card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 disruptions, 2 cards in hand. Problem with this is we don't have follow-up. And this is also where the problem lies with the main combo the deck has to offer. I'm just gonna do that in the actual deck profile, the deck showcase. I'm gonna show you which is the list I'm currently running. Spoiler alert, it's pretty similar to the current list. So this is the list I was running. As you can see, it is pretty similar to current list. The only major, not really major change, the only changes that we actually have Beldrake, which is like really insane because it's the most generically accessible disruption the Bystial offer, apart from being hand traps. Drewsworm, while also being somewhat accessible, you have to either have Regain setup or you have to play Branded Beast for it to work. For this, you just need a random dragon on the board to tribute, so that's pretty good. We do play the Bystial Aluba because of oftentimes, at least currently, I really want my Lubellion to be able to search a normal summon. It just helps immensely with triggering stuff like the other Bystial. So if you have Lubellion plus another Bystial, just searching a Bystial, which like a standard hand trap Bystial doesn't really do anything. So being able to search a normal summon, go into Striker Dragon, get a Dark or Light into the grave and discard a Dark, and then use another Bystial to summon is really helpful. Also, it's a level 4 tuner, and if we get early Regain setup, we can use this as a recovery tool to summon a tuner, or if they use a Bystial on us, or if they use Halfness, stuff like that. So I feel like just having that searchable one-off normal summon for the Bystials is very good, and it's also a level 4 tuner, which we are really looking for in this list. Then the standard Chaos stuff, I did cut the Emperor Dragon just because for some space reasons, like these crazy one-offs are of course later to decide it. Standard Rocket Engine Noctovision is insane because it is like Noctovision. Maybe you could cut this to one down as well. Who knows? And then like some defense, of course. In the extra deck, it is also pretty standard, apart from the Quad Barrel line, which I don't think is necessary right now. And then, of course, the Synchro Tools with Disparter added to that. I would still probably play Baronne, but maybe you could cut this for something differently. You would always go for Disparter over Baronne, but you probably wouldn't because Baronne is also crazy in its own right. And then like standard Dark into access code lines and like Seal. So yeah, this combo actually look kind of cool, right? But the problem I have with it is it's actually super fragile. It heavily plays into Nip. You cannot do Disparter combos, at least like this, to end on like Borrowland and heavily stuff like that under a Seal. You just don't have the tools for it, even if you would need 2 extra extenders for that. And then you would need some form to still get the 2 discards needed. So you had to have Regain set up. So if you had like the combo we had plus like a Noctovision and a Bystial, so you could get your Regain online and you could use Noctovision to replace itself from the hand. Then you could combo under Seal. So this is nothing you can really do. The standard 2-card combo doesn't get into Regained, which is also a huge downside. The Regained is one of the crazy strongest cards printed in this in the last year. The amount of advantage it generates, especially not the draw one, but getting you 3 bodies on the board to just do your plays with, especially for cards like Beldrake, is really important. So the standard 2-card combo not accessing it is kind of meh. And other than that, it is super fragile, like I said, against Nibiru. It dies a little more into hand traps because if your Disparter gets Veiler, it is kind of meh because you kind of commit a lot into that because, you know, then you have the Disparter, the Recharger, and the Link 2, the Romulus on the board. You cannot even go into Seal afterwards because you already used your Rocket. So it seems kind of weird to go for lines like these. Maybe I'm missing a few lines and maybe there are better 2-card combos you could do, but honestly I don't see a reason to go for combo lines like this for the foreseeable future. Like I said, maybe there are some crazy cards are there. Maybe like there's the Chaos Core, you could go play Chaos Bystial or something like that. Maybe you are a crazy mad lad like that. But honestly, Well, Disparter is going to be a huge asset for the deck. I don't think it's going to be something you will combo with. You also use a lot of cards in the extra deck for that. The Quad Barrel, the Lingers line. I'm not a huge fan of it just because it doesn't really it takes away a lot of hand slots, and all it really does is go for the standard Barrel and Savage combo under Seal, which is really cool. And maybe I will play that in that format just because I think Nip is gonna be more popular in the future, with Sprite probably being hit, it being very good against the elements, and it being very good against Kashtira. Nibiru is probably going to be more popular than it is right now, so that means you have to do something in your combo lines to compensate for that. And I feel like going for Seal lines and then going for Quad Barrel, the Linger Strength under it, and then you can go for Seal, Barrel, and Savage. It's going to be very good into a format like that. And then you can leave your Disparter for the following turn, or there are some like weird combos where you can go for Disparter, maybe if you have like a very fast quick launch or something like that. But for like a standard combo, I don't think the Disparter route is going to be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't think I have talked for too long. Let's quickly see. I also saw that I have this my OBS window the whole time on the screen. Pretty cringe, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Class is dismissed. You guys are free to leave. Professor Sunreis out. Peace.